Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to Aimless, filler Vol.19. I'm Ticketmaster, joined by
RPG Maniac 05.
And Gamer 12.
So yeah, we'll have so much fun playing, and maybe some other stuff. Who knows? Who wants to go first?
Not me.
Okay, I'll go. So I've been playing on the handhelds, Dragon Quest VI. So I think last time I talked about this game, I was looking for the prince who was hiding in barrels. Which I gotta say, I was very angry because, like every time I get stuck in this game, I keep meaning to go and look at it back, and I'll be like, oh, I'm still stuck in this game. And, right before I leave for work, and I'm like, crap, I can't look at a guide because I gotta not be late to work. So then I'll just take it and then start playing and be like, okay, let me try to not get stuck in this part where I'm stuck at. And so after I'd basically been to every town, looking in every barrel, I was like, okay, let me just go back to the dungeon and see if he was in there somewhere. And turns out he was in the dungeon that when we were in the dungeon and he ran away from the party, he was in the dungeon somewhere. And so I was like, okay, I got him. And then I went further into the dungeon and he did it again, and I basically tried to keep doing that. And I got past the boss in the dungeon, and he's able to become a king or whatever.
Why did you guys just shoot his kneecaps or something?
They don't have guns.
They could have cut them. They have swords. Know that.
So he's able to perform his ritual of becoming a king or whatever. And then after that, I don't really remember what happened after that, but basically, I'm a really cool part in the game, and it's super spoilery, every time I talk about this game, but cool stuff happens, and now, where am I at now? Oh, now it's weird. Okay, so basically, this is the third Dragon Quest game I've played, so I'm at the part where you're having to find the legendary weapons, so it's I guess that's the one theme that's the same throughout all the Dragon Quest games, is the legendary weapons, blah, 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 blah. So I'm basically doing that now. I found, I think, one or two of them, and so I'm looking for the other ones now, and that's basically where I'm at. I probably played a bit more theater than when I was stuck on that, but it's nothing special, so whatever. And then in Find Me Quest 2 or whatever, I'm getting farther and farther along, unlocking all the hats. Still don't have them all yet, but on my way there. Then on console, I've only been playing Mass Effect 3 because new DLC came out, and I was like, ooh, yeah, new DLC and new multiplayer stuff for Reckoning. And so there's, let's see, the new Geth, which is a Geth Prime character, Krogan Warlord, the Conjure character, I forget what they're called, there's a weird name, the Adept, the Human Engineer that I don't have, the Alliance Infiltration Unit, which I don't have, and the Female Turian Cabal Vanguard, which I have. So I put up videos for all these on YouTube. The ones I have, which are all of them except for the Alliance Infiltration Unit and the Talon Mercenary Engineer. So those two I don't have, but all the rest of them I do. And they're all pretty cool, so I'm still enjoying it. It's cool to play as a Geth Prime. It's really weird though, because in reverse of how I've been killing them for so long and finally be able to play one and then dish out that stupid gun that staggers you. It's haha, revenge is mine. And then the Krogan Warlords are crazy because they have melee clubs and that's their skill. They can carry guns, but their skills are not really air quote skills. They don't really do anything. They just charge up their hammers with a biotic or tech charge to lay waste to shields and armor. And oh man, it's so good with these characters. So basically, they can't take cover because they're ginormous, and they're super. They're the Geth Prime. Their character models are really large, and they're slow and they can't take cover, but it's cool to play them. And they have a ton of health and shields, and you can just go in melee and just wreck with your hammer, and it's so beautiful. You tap the melee button 3 times, and if your enemy doesn't die by the 3rd tap, he'll do this crazy animation that's just and just send them flying on the 3rd hit. On the heavy melee, if you hold it down, he just slams it into the ground and does a ton of damage to anything around him. But it's a small radius, so you have to be right up on him. And then if you hit the melee while you're running, he'll do the old school Krogan charge thing, which is their usual heavy melee, which is cool. And yeah, it's just so fun to play that character. It's it's fun. And then the collector character, Adept, I keep forgetting his name. They have this crazy attack where like they shoot out this orb thingy, which is similar to like the Leviathan DLC orb thingy, because that's like what they're possessed by. They're possessed by the Leviathan, so it's like kind of like you're the Leviathan controlling them on the battlefield. That's how I like to think of it. And then like they can like detonate it manually, and it does like a ton. Well, if you have it spec'd right, like I do, it does a ton of damage to just like everything in like the vicinity. And just, it's crazy. It's just super overpowered, but I don't care. And then, like, if you don't detonate it, it just sticks to, like, whatever surface and acts as, like, a kind of a mine, but doesn't explode. It just, like, has a radius effect where, like, it gives off damage to anything that, like, goes by it. So it's pretty cool. They also have a Seeker Swarm attack, but I haven't done that skill in my character, so I haven't tried that out to see how it works. I've seen other people do it. It looks interesting. And their melee is really cool, because it's, like, kind of like a Hadouken, but not, because they don't shoot anything out. They just like go like the motion, but there's nothing that shoots out. And like their heavy melee is like, it's like the sorry heavy melee, but even more over the top. And they just like jump into the air and like float biotically, and it's crazy. The Geth is ridiculous as well, because like besides they have like one of their abilities is like the shield wall they can put up, which stops basically anything from shooting through except for the Prothean laser, I think. I mean, the Praetorian laser. I'm not 100% sure on that. But, like, it's basically really helpful if you're hacking. Like, that's an objective, and you can just, like, put it in a doorway, and, like, nothing will get shot through there. Enemies can still walk through it, but they just can't shoot through it. So it's a really cool dynamic because you can use it to just like, stop enemies from shooting through at you, but you can't shoot through it either. So it stops every projectile, but it's really good if you want to just lay down a defensive line and like recover or something, or regroup with your squad, or just defend on a hacking objective. And then like they have the Geth, I forgot what it's called. The gun that the Geth shoots at you, like when you're fighting them, the Geth Prime, that like shoots 3 shots, and it's really annoying. That's in there, one of their skills. And then they have their turret, which is similar to the regular Geth turret, but it's even better because it's like I played with someone, but like it basically it heals you, or not heals you, but like it heals shields like the other Geth turret does. And I'm guessing since it's the Geth Prime turret, it's actually like more awesome than the normal Geth turret. What's the other one? Oh, Turing Cabal. This class is pretty cool because like you can spec it like 2 different ways. You can like the first time I spec'd it out, I wanted to go like all melee because that's what it seemed like the class was like meant to do, but I was kind of confused on like if I was doing any damage because one of the abilities is the Poison Strike, and you don't actually hit your target when you do this attack. So I was really confused on if I was even doing anything.
Yeah.
But they turn green to like know that you've poisoned them. So later on when I was playing and I had it spec to the poison arrows which you shoot out, I would see stuff turn green and like slowly lose health, and I was like, oh, that means they're poisoned. So duh. So I'm guessing I was actually not doing too terrible when I had it the first time. I just didn't realize what was going on because like nothing was like dying or getting hit with anything. I just like would teleport through them and nothing would happen. I'd be like, did I do anything? And they have abilities similar to the Turian Havoc Soldier. Wait, no, not the Turian Havoc Soldier. The Turian Ghost Infiltrator. It's like a similar ability, but it's not a grenade type where it's like you get a certain amount of charges. It's a skill that actually cools down. So it's like a biotic current that flows through your body. If you're a biotic, you can like activate it, and then like you can either get a speed boost or you can have it restore your shields. So it's really cool because if you use it like the Turian Ghost Infiltrator, you can just like keep buffing your shields when you're like in battle. But it's different because unlike that character's, it doesn't like go up, or it only like if your shields are all the way up, it's not going to like buff them so you can take more damage. It's only going to take whatever your level is at of your shields and then like increase it from there to like max, or just it will refill your shields. That's what I'm trying to say. So basically, if your shields are full, if you use it, you're just wasting it. And you should only use it like if your shields are down or they're going down and you're like in the middle of a firefight, because you'll just get like an immediate boost in shields and be able to like increase your survivability. So I really enjoyed that skill too. The there's new weapons and mods and gear. I have not experimented with any of them except for the executioner pistol. Blah. Executioner pistol. That one.
Oh.
And like I was using it with the adept collector dude, and it's pretty damaging. Except it's weird 'cause you only get one shot because it's like a one shot one kill. If you go to the description, that's like why it's so damaging. It's because that's why like the Terminus system mercenaries use it. Is it's just like one shot one kill. But so like if you miss and you're using a certain class that like doesn't have a power that's going to be recharged where you can shoot that power out in the middle of reloading, you might be kind of screwed because I kept getting weird things happening to me where I'd be like, I'd shoot and I'd have to reload. I'd be like, crap, I can't use my power because my power's recharging, and it takes you have to like find a good bit with that weapon. And then there's like the it's a really weird name. It's like the anti-synthetic ADAS assault rifle that's like it's really good against the Geth because I used it against them, but then it's also pretty decent against everything else. It seems to be like the Acolyte where it'll stagger enemies if you shoot them, but it has like a better range and like it's more accurate, so you can just sit behind cover and just like pop people and like have them stagger over and over. And then also it has like better ammo count, so you just like the rate of fire is so slow that you don't really run out of ammo very often. So, but the damage isn't really that good. So, but I enjoyed those two guns. So I haven't got the Lancer, which is ultra rare, and I think there's also some other ultra rare weapon. But I'm hoping we can get more maps at least, or more hazard editions of the maps. That'd be cool. But this is the last DLC, and that's all we get. I'm happy because it's all free, and I've had a fun time. Or more banners too, so that'd be great.
I thought they added more hazard maps.
I don't think they did.
Oh, that's it. That sucks.
Because I went into the thing on the when you're making a match to like see what's all in there, and there's nothing new. So they might add it later. That'd be nice, but hopefully they do. If not, oh well. I will still be playing until I max my manifest and get all the weapons and characters.
Oh, really?
Especially since I have nothing to play with the PlayStation 4 coming out, and I'm like, I'll play this crappy PS3 game because I have awesome PS4 stuff to look forward to. So,
Tisk. It's already begun.
Yep. Oh, speaking of which, I need to put my chart up on my Facebook tomorrow and be like, all right, February over, another green bar in the chart. No games bought. 2 months down, and however many to go. But yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Well, I haven't really been playing much because I don't have much left to play. So I started playing PlayStation All Stars again because they released a DLC for Cat and Emmett, whatever. So I've been playing with Cat online and stuff and doing stuff on there. I tried playing. Well, I at least just did like the practice with Emmett because I wanted to see what his moveset was or whatever. But it's like he's one of those gun users like what's that? Those things from Killzone called one of those things.
Addict.
Yeah, he's like him, similar, and they use like the arsenal as opposed to actually fighting. So I was like, yeah, I am not going to be able to use this guy because that's just not the type of fighter I am. So I've just been using Cat. And stuff, and I've done pretty well with her actually. Especially like there was like one fight where it was like a 2-on-2, and I guess whoever my teammate was, he like had like connection issues or something, because his character just like stopped moving like during the fight, and I was like, crap. So now it's just me against 2 people, and of course they were going to try to take the cheap kills because I mean it's just me and him, but I was able to defend my teammate, and then I got Cat's level 3 super. And, like, I just pretty much won the match on my own against the both of them. And I was like, way to suck, guys. So. And
just imagine if you could take that, capture it, stream it, upload it.
Seriously. Share button.
Sounds pretty epic. But we don't know if it happened because it's only hearsay.
It's like,
yeah, sounds cool.
Man, that'd be like so awesome at E3 if like Sony was like, and we're rolling out share functionality for the PS3, but you have to download it from the PSN store or something.
Did you play Gravity Rush on Vita?
Yeah, I did.
Is it like her moveset similar?
Oh yeah, it's actually almost her moves are almost mapped similarly to how they are in her game. So
Nice.
So she can do like her kick attacks, and then she has her homing kicks and the gravity slides and stuff. She also has like the actual gravity moves, so she can even stick to walls too, which is weird because half the levels don't actually have walls. So there's that. But yeah, she plays a lot like how she does in the game. I think because they did that with a couple of the characters, because even like Dante's stuff, it's mapped similarly to how it's actually mapped in DMC as well. So if you play through that game, you would know how to use them in All Stars. So there's that as well. But I don't know. I came across quite a few people actually using Emmet, which was weird because I don't know. I always figured like characters like that are just strange to try to use, but there's some people actually pretty good with them, so it's probably why they did it or whatever. But there's like some people with some crazy rankings out there, because it's like people are like a 999 level characters and stuff I've seen online. It's like, what the hell have you been doing to do this? Because it's not like the levels go up that quickly. So I don't know. Some people, unless that's like the only character they use for anything ever. So yeah.
So you get matched up with those people?
I have got, yes.
What level are you? Like you and your characters?
I think the highest I have so far is like 40. It's like, so yeah, because it's not like the levels don't go up that fast. Because like you get levels based on, I guess, like challenges and stuff. Could, like background stuff that's going on. So because like that match I was talking about where I like beat those two people by myself thing, I got like 6 or 7 levels off of that on alone. So I have Cat I think at like 40 now, and Dante's like somewhere in the 30s or something. So I try to keep like at least 3 characters in rotation. So, but yeah, I don't know what these people have been doing to get their 999 level characters, but that's yeah, it's a lot.
But do you still feel you could take them on though?
I have been able to.
Oh, so it's probably most likely it's just time they put into the game, I guess.
Maybe, yeah. Because I think, although it may just kind of depend too, because since the characters all play so differently, some characters are probably just better against others.
Oh, it's a tier thing, yeah.
So there's that too, I guess. I noticed a lot of people using like Kratos and stuff too. So he's one of the more popular characters I've seen in that thing. So I don't know. I guess fan appeal is what's going on there. So
it's also because he has that thing where he could grab from far away. It's like not a lot of characters have that ability.
I guess maybe.
I got grabbed a lot by the AI on the hardest difficulty. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, I don't know, because because not everybody that uses them they're even that good with them. So it's just like, that's why I just figure it's like mostly just fan appeal. People are like, oh, it's Kratos. I have to use this guy. So I don't know. He's not all that. So I usually look to either Dante or Spike, and I guess now Cat. So there's that and whatnot. Yeah, pretty much just doing that, and I don't know if I don't know if they added like modes or anything, because I know when it initially started it was just like the time matches and the stock matches, but I know there's matches where it's like first 1 to 5 kills wins and that kind of thing, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. And I also saw they just released a trailer for it. They're adding more characters too, apparently.
Yeah.
So, but I thought that studio got dissolved. How did
Well, they did say future DLC, so it could be like DLC after this one. But who knows?
I see.
It's a weird character.
I think it wasn't that they got dissolved. I think it was just that they
got
let go from Sony. Yeah.
Yes, they got.
Oh, that sucks.
Thanks for the game.
I know. It's like, God, so good luck with the rest of your life there. It's like, thanks, jerks. It's kind of messed up. Although I guess when you think about it, it's not like they have enough mascots for a second for a sequel to the game. So
Like the new characters that are coming out, it's kind of weird. Isaac Clarke and Zeus.
yeah,
Like, where the hell are the Final Fantasy characters?
well, the licensing, I'm assuming, is the issue.
That's so stupid. They should just drop it. Like, just drop it for this simple thing.
You think it would be that easy, but yeah, it's probably not. So, and I think it's also because Square Enix has their own fighting game too. So.
Yeah, it's like, this is why there's only 3 Marvel.
Are they gonna bring back Urhines or whatever it's called?
Hey guys.
Guys? Oh, God.
Talking about that fighting game from back in the day?
Yeah, that terrible fighting game.
Oh, that was just what was going on there. I don't even.
That's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Because what other characters are they bringing? Let's bring some third tier from some game.
Because, well, they never really had, like, a strong standout mascot, so it's like, they kind of had to just grasp the song. As a matter of fact, like, a bunch of the characters are, like, third-party characters anyway, so it's not even, like, all of their first-party stuff, so, you know, they never had that. I mean, I guess all they really have left is if they start, like, reviving old series like Gex and Crash Bandicoot or something, so...
Yeah, that's still not a mission, Crash. Because, of course, Activision has them, but still.
Yeah.
Just give it to them, you know.
Yeah. Why would they do that when you can make monies from it?
Did you see the crap on the PSN? Like, the costume packs and the minions? Like, oh my god.
It's
crazy.
When they did that when they did the update, I was like, because I was going through like the backgrounds and stuff, and then it was like because it like always has the requirements, and it's like purchased from the PSN store. I was like, I'm sorry, what? I'm not buying all of this.
It's like I even the layout on the web store. It's like I understand you guys want to sell the DLC, but at least put it under one big banner. Oh, this is all your PlayStation All Stars content on this area. So other people could look at other stuff that going down the... Because like you like to scroll down or click, looking through tons and tons of DLC for one game.
Yeah, like Ace Combat right now is doing that on like the main deal section. It's like, look at all this Ace Combat DLC, woo!
Wait,
and there's always like...
It still exists?
And then like when like King of Fighters 13 has DLC, it's always like, oh, this character unlock or this costume unlock. It's like, so annoying. It's like, why can it be free?
It's like it makes me wonder, like, you know, they could have just made this, let's say the game is totally, the community's dead, they could make it free to play and just do this unlock crap they're doing. They're charging like 50 cents for a minion, and minions don't even do anything, right? They kind
of just cheer for you when you get like kills, which is, I mean, yeah, it's great to have the cheerleader there because it's kind of like a in-your-face kind of thing to the people you're playing against. but it's like, other than that, it's like, what's the point? Because yes, it is great when you kill everybody and there's like, and your minion just pops up and starts clapping and there's confetti and everything. It's like, ha ha, face guys, face. But yeah, it doesn't really do anything other than that. So it's just like, it's there. I don't know. I kind of wish they did do like more stuff with the minions. That would be nice. But I was about to say maybe in a future game, but yeah, that's probably not going to happen now. So yeah. But yeah. Other than that, I've been playing Valkyria Chronicles 2, and now I've gotten to the point where now it's time for the showdown between classes for the thingies, because I remember, like, back in the day because I had kind of, like, forgot about the whole tournament thing, but because I remember, like, back in the day that we had to deal with that biatch, Juliana or something, always talking about how everybody in our class sucks and everything. So now it's time for the big final match, and I'm going to make her eat her words. For a little piece of that humble pie all up in her face. Like, you suck. So, yeah. I'm gonna record that one just so I can preserve it. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Stuff.
Yeah, all I've been playing is Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance, and Crysis 3. Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Rising. God, what a stupid name. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is quite good, even though it's a bit shallow for an action game.
I don't think it's a word either.
Yeah, Revengeance.
I played the demo, and I don't know if it's just I just wasn't good at it or what was going on, but I just kept getting my ass handed to me by that boss, and I was like, oh my god, this Blade Wolf guy, what the hell?
Well, it's nice that the game tries to focus on, you have to parry certain moves, or it's like in the demo you could dodge freely, like Square and X. But in the game, you have to buy the move. But it's kind of cheap, so you buy it and like you have it forever. But there's this you could either parry, which will stun them a little bit. And that's what you need to do for the bosses. But then once you go to the final boss, you can't parry any. Like I never did, but I could never parry any of his attacks. So he'll never get stunned. And basically, the combat boils down to in the game. You can't really freely cut all the time. You have to mash buttons to gain your a charge bar, and once that fills up, you could use the slicing blade mode, and you could cut up people's limbs. But the thing is, the game really focuses on you have to just constantly just bash people until they have the normal enemies you could cut anytime you have that blade mode full, and for harder enemies, you have to wait until some of the parts will start to glow, and then that's when you can cut them. And it's kind of disturbing, sometimes, when you cut people. I cut this guy's both of his arms, one of his leg, and then half of his leg up to his knee. And then you see him just going on the ground, trying to scramble himself together. And he's not dead yet. It's that's sad. I just stood there looking that's kind of sad. It's but they justify you slicing people up because they're just cyborgs. But then then they have to.
But cyborgs are people, though.
That's the thing. They have this plot point where one of the boss characters tells Raiden, "Do you know what you're doing?" It's listen closely. Then when you listen closely in the cinematic, there's the mind of the person still exists, but they're in this cyborg body. They gave up their bodies for this cause. Let's say
they're the ghost in the machine. Oh my god!
There's this police force, let's say, but then he's fighting them, but let's beat this motherfucker up. But then he listens closely. It's I have a family to take care of. Oh my god! It's how could you kill these people or cut them up? But they have lives at the same time. But the last boss, man, I was so frustrated. And then all of a sudden, I went to the VR mission, tutorial on how to use blade mode, because I was using just square and triangle just all the time for blade mode. It's I'll just cut them up anytime I want. But then for the final boss, you need to use the manual mode, use the right stick. And I was using it wrong the entire time whenever I used the right stick, where I was going back and forth, trying to see, that's how we do blade mode. No. You just have to tap in the direction of where you want to strike, and it will strike. Oh god. And then after I figured that out, I beat it in one try. I was oh jeez. That sucked. But yeah, fun game. Man, the final monologue from the final boss is spectacular. Man, it really is Kojima being stupid. Seriously.
Well then.
Man, I think Republicans would love this game because of the final boss, his monologue speech. Oh man, it's really out there. I like it. But yeah, fun game. And the music, man, it's how it's layered, how the vocals will kick in once Raiden goes to his awesome shit mode or whatever. Man, just fantastic. I like how it's layered though. It's there's music, but then the vocals will start to kick in as he's cutting shit up. Oh man, it's a great implementation of how to put music into a game or put vocals. But yeah, fun game. And I was playing Crysis 3. And that's okay. The best looking game ever until next gen comes out, so. Cause it's what next gen aspires to, like just the look of it, just like the texture quality. But yeah, game is okay. It's just standard first person shooter nonsense. But man, I don't know what happened. Crysis 1 had like killer AI. In 3, they are so brain dead. Seriously, like it has that like I still remember the story where in Splinter Cell Conviction you kill a dude. And then like someone will investigate, then you kill that dude.
Yeah.
And then someone will investigate, you kill that dude. It's like the same thing happens here. They're just idiotic. It's like they don't have the inkling of like, you know what, I should search around this guy rather than go to the same area where they're getting popped. Oh man. Fun though to use the bow, but it's like, man, so boring as a shooter. Like, man.
Hello.
Hello. I'm done. Be right back.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask him about Dead Space 3.
He stopped playing it because he got scared. It made him have nightmares.
So, yeah, RPG. Are you looking forward to the 3 JRPGs that were announced for PS3 exclusive from Nippon-ichi?
Only one of them, and that was the crap, I forgot the name of it. It's like something Paradox or something. Because they said it was supposed to be like the spiritual successor to ZHP, so I was like, oh, that should be fun. So, yeah. The other ones I even forgot what the other ones were, but because one of them is Time and Eternity or something. It's supposed to be like that, the first anime HD game.
Yeah, that one looked cool to me.
I mean, like it looked cool, but when I saw whenever I see like gameplay videos of it, it all seems like really repetitive. So
yeah,
like, I don't want to.
I don't know if the gameplay system's gonna match the graphic awesomeness of it.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't want to get excited and then get it and just like, this isn't all that great at all. But the premise sounds pretty cool though, so I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably just get it when it's like cheap or something. So then that way, I'll be okay with it. But yeah. I don't know. Because, like, Nippon-ichi, like, because with them, it's more of whether or not they actually develop the games, because they do more publishing than they do developing. So,
yeah, they're like the
careful.
The bronze medal edition of Atlas.
Yeah. That's all
we really tried, guys. We didn't win. Maybe next time. Yeah. Maybe.
So, yeah. So, I usually have to be careful, because a lot of stuff they bring over is from, like, Idea Factory and stuff, and I don't really like their games because I've played some stuff like these are not good. So yeah, so I usually just wait to see if it's
I still can't believe they're bringing that over.
What?
I thought they'll never come in a million years.
It's about Time and Eternity.
Those type of games.
Oh,
like it's weird that we get like what's that one with all the sexual innuendo.
You'd have to be a bit more specific.
Someone says like they're looking lollipops with big breasts, and the one that came with the boob.
You're still gonna have to be more specific.
The one that came with the body pillow. Agrest War. Record of Agrest.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that one.
That one.
Oh. I don't know.
Like it's such a small.
Well, that's what kind of publisher they are. I mean, they're a niche publisher thingy, so that's how that works. And they can't get the A tier stuff because Atlas already called dibs, and then Exceed gets whatever Atlas doesn't. So they pretty much only can take what they can get at that point. So yeah, so they get stuck with the C team developers and stuff. No offense to Idea Factory and the rest of those folks, but yeah, their games are not great. So, yeah.
I was going to say something about Exceed, but it slipped my mind, so... Oh, I was gonna say, I guess like you can look forward to like Exceed and Nippon-ichi and Atlas filling the void where SquareSoft and Square Enix used to be so awesome games.
I still think they're still not at that, even at that SNES era Squaresoft. Like they're still not there. I'm sure they're bringing out titles like Pandora's Tower, but it's like I don't know.
Exceed is bringing that over.
I know, but they are, but it's like still. Is there any other RPGs that are good? Oh no. Sorry, every time I hear that title, like I just want to scream. Bravely Default. Like, oh.
It's all about.
That's Square though, isn't it?
From your, yeah, it is. It's
God
them.
damn it.
We're probably not gonna get that. If we do, it won't be for a while.
So beautiful. Oh God.
And you can't have it. So, yes. It's one of those other ill-fated RPGs we shan't be getting.
What is that other RPG where it's like a dungeon crawler, where it's like a first-person dungeon crawler, where it's like you could look at the girl's panties?
Oh wait, that's not it. I was thinking of the Tales of whatchamacallit, but that's not it.
It's like it was a big team.
Specific.
Oh God, I know. There's like they go into like a dungeon of like green cubes and shit.
What?
It was really beautiful. Oh God, I know that.
Is it a game that's already been released?
Yeah, in Japan.
Oh, I don't. I don't know.
Oh God, whatever. It's like one of those games I'll never come over, but Exceed could bring it over. But
I don't know, because the only first-person dungeon crawler stuff I know of right now is the Etrian Odyssey.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when you said that.
Are they coming out with one, Atlas?
It's already out.
Oh, it's already out.
Yeah.
So I was getting a ton of emails from them about that game. Like,
yeah, me too.
Just like, buy it. It's like, stop spamming me, Atlas. But, yeah. Because I think Soul Hackers got pushed back to April.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Gamer, I was going to ask you, did you finish Dead Space 3?
Yeah, I did.
And how was it?
I liked it. I enjoyed it. Even though, man, there's a ton of people that don't.
Would you say that it's not in danger of pulling Resident Evil and just like being too crazy over the top in the next one?
You mean, it's as crazy as like Resident Evil 5 or 6?
Yeah.
I think it keeps it cool. Like it doesn't go that. Oh, wait, you know what? The ending. Yeah, it goes nuts. It goes. I don't know. It seems like it kind of retcons the entire.
Why would it do that? Why would they do that?
Like have you guys played Dead Space 1 and 2?
I played 1, but not 2.
You played 1 and 2, or RPG, right?
Yeah.
Because like you've got the idea where it's like, oh, they got this marker and people get infected.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's this weird thing they introduced in 3. I won't spoil it, but it's like they introduced us like, wait, what's going on? That's the real purpose of these markers? And it's like, that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Well, that's not good.
But then it's like it's there, so I have to accept it. It's like, that's what they want.
You don't have to accept it.
And plus, like, supposedly there's like DLC, campaign DLC concerning characters, so hopefully they'll not flush out, but it's like sort of, because like, well, the problem with 3 is like, in 2 they explained the situation perfectly. It's like, oh, they got Isaac, they extracted the marker out of him, like the marker blueprints, whatever, and then blah blah blah. That's the story of 2. This one's like, there's not really a good story. It's like you just go there. Oh, we have to go to the ice planet because of this, and then like, oh, we get this. Oh, because at least of this, and oh, there was actually some people here. Really, but yeah. But yeah, I still think it was a good game. I liked it. I played some co-op with Dave, and we were just like doing the co-op stuff, which was like the first 2 was kind of It's just like, oh, you just go through this level, just have the other character go crazy, which was me. I was seeing stuff that he wasn't seeing. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And like the third one's like, he set it on hard difficulty, because I played it on hard, but it's like there was this one sequence where you have to destroy this marker in his vision. But like there's these like shadow figures. They're just like ripping me apart. I'm like trying everything. I have the worst weapons ever to handle the situation, and because the game wasn't really coded for one weapon in particular, there's just one section where I really needed an assault rifle, but there was no bench nearby, so we had to restart the entire thing just for me to get an assault rifle. It's like, oh, shit. Terrible. But yeah, we cleared it. I was like, yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask. So like, Dead Space 2 had multiplayer, right? Like PvP.
Yeah.
So, do you?
Yeah, that's basically they dropped it like a hat.
Okay, I was wondering about that.
I was like, oh, that was an interesting experiment, but that did not work out.
That's because it was weird. Because playing as a necromorph does not translate well.
I mean, they tried to make it sort of like Aliens versus Predator type of multiplayer, where it's like, oh, go against the humans. It's like but some of those enemy types don't really work.
Yeah, because it's like some of them had special moves that I was like, this doesn't seem to actually do anything, so I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with this. So I don't know, it was strange because wasn't implemented well.
But it's like it seems kind of, I know it's kind of tiring at this point, but it's like I wish every game like this would have a horde mode. Like seriously, just put me in like a situation with other people, just defend. I always like that one. I like that type of horde mode.
What do you mean by a game like this? You mean like third-person shooter?
Action. Like even Aliens. I wish that had the horde mode in it because I would still be playing it, but it doesn't. So it's like I dropped it. I even played the one in AVP 2010, and that was okay. Where you're just defending yourself against aliens. But yeah, it was okay. I liked it. Dead Space 3. I'm trying to cheat my way through hardcore mode because, like, supposedly if you die in that mode, you go back to the very beginning of the game. But it's like I'm cheating it so that I'm just uploading my save to the cloud. Like if I die, I'll just like re-download it.
But how does that work though? Because it's like, isn't the whole point is for it to not have a save file?
No, you have a save file. It'll like checkpoint you as you play the game, but then once you die, it just wipes your progress.
What's the point of checkpointing you then?
So that you could stop playing, and then you can like, go back to it the next day.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So it's like they are just, you can't die kind of. Okay.
Yeah. Like it's in contrast to what they had in the Space 2, where you had 3 saves. You could save whenever you want, wherever you want, but you only have 3. It's like you have to choose carefully. Yeah. But I liked the part where you are never. There's some parts where I would find just frustrating if I was playing hardcore. It's like because there's like those insta kill QTs, whatever. I could just find myself, if I did not have that cheating thing I'm doing, I would just be frustrated in like this corner. Because there's this one part where I didn't know what to do. It's like, what am I doing? It's like I'm climbing up this wall. There's like things falling, but then there's this thing swinging back and forth. Like, do I hit the? Terrible. But yeah, it was a good game overall. That engine though they're using, the visual engine. Jeez, I wish they would use that instead of. I wish other developers would be using that instead of that shitty Unreal Engine 3. Man, it was amazing what all the effects they're like putting off. Man, no pop-up.
So, as far as like Revengeance goes, do you think there's any issue with the link, or is it just fine?
For me, it's just fine. For me, it took me 7 hours because I'm terrible. I kept there's just certain sequences like, man, I could not believe they put this in. I was like the final boss. I think it took me 2 hours because I couldn't figure out what to do. It's like, am I supposed to parry him? Am I supposed to do this and do that? And I'm trying different strategies. And like,
Yeah, that happened with me on Leon's final boss thing. I was like, what do I do now?
Yeah, was it the one where wasn't you're talking about
The lightning strike one?
Because you have to let the AI partner do the job, right? Because you're not the what's his face, the boring dude.
No. That one took me a while too, but that wasn't the same issue. Like the Leon one was the one where you had to like someone says something specifically and they're like, you have to do something. I didn't hear it the first time around, and I was like, oh, okay.
It's like I didn't know I'm supposed to go up to the guy. And
yeah, because he says something else before that, like you're supposed to shoot this part, and then like something like later on they say, okay, now do this part. I just didn't catch it. I was like, oh. Yeah,
Revengeance took me 7 hours, probably 2 hours on the final boss. But yeah, it's decent, a decent length. But it seems like there was at least one part that was. It seemed, pacing wise, it seemed weird because like one mission is just a boss fight, and then like everything else is just standard stages. But yeah, it's like they had some ideas floating around in their head. Like there's a section where you get to control one of those like hand things, the ball hands. You get to control one of them and go stealthily around, but there was like one section. It's like never was fulfilled upon. So yeah, it's fun.
So do you think there's going to be more Metal Gear Solids or just Metal Gear spin-offs if this one is like really popular?
Who else would they be spinning off to, though?
I don't know. I saw something about
Kojima would like it, but it's like, I guess one's enough.
It's like every side character, like Meryl gets a game, Johnny gets a game.
Oh God.
Otacon gets a game.
I don't think
Johnny gets a game.
That would be weird.
Interesting you said that. Because she's in Revengeance.
How?
Is she grown up? Because it's like later, right?
Yeah, she's grown up.
Oh.
And she's kind of happy-go-lucky. Like, she's not the Sunny, like the reserved Sunny in MGS4 anymore. She's like all smiling and. Like,
I always thought she was kind of slow.
Yeah, she's not. Well, she's not slow anymore. She's like a genius working for like a aerospace company or something. I was like, what? She's only like 10.
It's true. She really wasn't that old.
Well, she helped build the market.
Yeah, she's a genius, but it's like she's a genius, but it's like she's a boss, but she's like 10 years old. Well, now she's 12.
Because that's better.
I think it's like 5 years after MGS4 or something. A couple of years after MGS4.
So either way, she can't be any older than like mid-teens then. Or something.
But I like
all the crap she's been through.
I like her dialogue though. She brings up some like what do you call that, flashbacks to MGS4, where she tells Raiden, "Oh, no smoking on this flight," and then Raiden's like, "Heh." Yeah, fun game. Even though it's weird, there's like they have codec conversations in that game. I never even once opened the codec. Man, it was so good. Because in MGS, previous Metal Gear games, I would like constantly like just call people. Because every time you call, they have something different to say. But this one's like, I can't bother with it. It's an action game. Just get me going.
Game where you missed out on like a whole.
Yeah, supposedly there's like 850 conversations or something for this trophy. It's like, I don't know.
Sounds even like a lot of.
Man, I'm not that good enough to even get S ranks. I only got like 2 in the entire game, and there's like every section has a ranking, like the ranking pops up, remember, in the demo. So you get scored in that, and that will accumulate into the overall chapter score. There's no way in hell I'm gonna get S ranks. It's score based, but it's like, there's no way. I'm not good. I love these games, but it's like I'm not good. Oh, RPG. Did you buy Devil May Cry from GameStop?
Yes.
Have you played Virtual Dawnfall?
It's not released until next week.
I thought it was out. Yeah, it's out for people that have the code.
Really?
Yeah.
They didn't. they were supposed to like notify us because they have it like set up where they're supposed to like email you when it's like available or something for people who have the GameStop code, but I didn't get any info on it, so I don't know. I don't know, but I'll check it out, I guess, soon then.
Yeah, comparing the two games, I kind of like DMC better.
It's because DMC is awesome.
Yeah, I like DMC better.
It's interesting because like Platinum Games, that's like supposed to be their like cup of tea.
I mean, it's still a good game, but it's like it doesn't compare to like Bayonetta, where it's like they really put all their effort into that game, top to bottom.
They also probably couldn't like do the same kind of crazy combo stuff that they had in those games with Revengeance, because
yeah, they're stuck with a universe of characters that like have to sit like to a certain design.
And the basic gameplay is just mash buttons or
I tried that in the demo, and it did not work. I tried to play it like it was DMC, and it clearly is not.
No, you can just use any combo to whittle this down, and then use the Datsu to just slice up the dude.
Oh, I don't know, because like I said, I tried in the thing, and I was like, I am just either playing this wrong, or this is just a really hard game, because the Rexes were kicking my behind, the boss was kicking my behind. I was like, I can't do anything.
Oh man, if you're getting wrecked by those guys, there's no way in hell you're gonna pass.
Yeah, so I was like, I can't play this. It's like I'm trying to play this as a different game, and it's not. And I was like, I can't do this. So that's why I didn't buy the game.
There's this one sequence there's a sewer level. There's this one sequence where you go against like, these 3 dinosaur-looking robots, and oh my god, I was so frustrated. It's like, oh my god, because like you're trying to take one down, but there's just 2 others like putting like stun attacks on you. It's like, oh my god, this is crazy, man. But yeah, I persevered. I beat it in hard, but I think that's how far I'm gonna play. There's too many other games, but yeah.
Alright, well, do you guys want to do like a second segment or just end it here?
I don't know. That's what you want to do.
Okay, well, I guess, depending on what we choose, we might come back, or we might not, after this.
Keep you in suspense.
Alright, we're back. In our second segment, we'll just talk PS4, like, after we've gotten a bit more info, and we've had our thoughts digest for a week. So, we can come back and be like, alright, here's what I think, and stuff like that. And, relate it to, like, other launches that have, like, been pretty recent, like the 3DS or the Vita, and be like, I had a strategy going in for that, and I have a strategy... Oh, and the Wii U. And I have a strategy... Wow. I always forget it exists.
I was about to say, look how easy you forgot. The thing just came out like 2 months ago. And no one remembered.
Well, Star Fox, that'll solve all the problems. Just saying, Nintendo. Just saying. But yeah. So yeah, for me, it's like, I don't care about backwards compatibility anymore. I still care about it, but it's like, it's not that big of a deal, where it's like, okay, I'll just consider it as my PlayStation 3 to be my PS1, 2, and 3 player, so hopefully it doesn't break, because then I'll have to have my PS2 be my PS1 and 2 player, and then buy another PS3 to replace. Well, I guess I already have another one, so. But I want that to be the all digital one, so it's like, I might just get another one to replace the fatty if it dies, and then the disc one.
You are unbelievable.
One for disc, one for digital, that's how I roll. Like, I can't just...
ridiculous. You could have saved that for the PS4.
Look at Mr. Richie Rich here. Just buys a PS3 with no problem.
It's only like $299 or something. It was, and it came with it came with the game.
Only $299 because
that's a pretty good price. I mean,
just
or was
about
it
$300 all the time.
Was it $299? It might have been cheaper. I got a discount, so that's cool.
That makes it okay.
But yeah, like for me, like the whole PSN thing bugs me because if like you have my account and I have all these games tied to it, shouldn't I just be able to get a PS4 and then, alright, Tekken, have fun with all your PSN games? But it's like, oh, we won't play any PSN games on PS4 for whatever reason. And, like, I'm hoping that this issue is like addressed at E3 and that like they have some or something where it's like with their Gaikai partnership that it's like all your content that you got on PSN digitally with that's tied to your account, you can stream it to your Gaikai, and like it'll solve it that way. But if not, it's like that sucks. But at least my PS3 is still around, so I can like get all that content. It sucks I can't get to it on my PS4, but I'm sure when I have all my awesome share button funness, I will not be missing it. So
you will. Because they're going super non-backwards compatible. You can't even play this.
Oh, I just thought about something like if I'm playing The Walking Dead. Well, I guess I'll be playing on PC though. So like, but if someone's like playing The Walking Dead and like season whatever came out and it was on PS4, like would it be able to take your decisions from the past however many seasons into the next one, or would that not work? So that would suck. You'd be stuck on the janky peasant console version. So yeah.
Although, wait, what?
You'd be stuck on the janky peasant console version. Because you're a console peasant that plays console games, and not the master race PC is so superior in every way.
Wow, isn't that how World War II started? But
RPG it is the console wars.
But anyway, I don't know. I just all these things that they. Well, I mean, I don't usually buy PSN stuff anyway, so that wasn't that big of an issue for me. So I just kind of just like, It's not a big deal. So if I do decide to start doing the whole digital thing, I could just start with the PS4 and then wouldn't have that problem. So, yeah. But I guess you just have to keep your PS3 and use it to do that now. And, yeah. I don't know.
So weren't you just... Oh, wait, Gamer, do you have anything to say about this?
Well, lately I've just been going through all my games I bought in PSN and beating them one by one and then deleting them because I know I'll never be able to play them ever again, so...
Oh, my.
I'm doing that.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yep. Because I understand why it wouldn't work, because like, if PS3 games aren't going to be backwards compatible, why would PSN games will be? You know, makes no sense, because they're using the same system. They're using Cell, they're using the RAM, they're using the CPU, so it won't work. So,
I mean, I guess backwards compatibility isn't as big of an issue if you already have a console that's backwards compatible, but I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of console clutter.
Because one
things around is
one guy in the podcast made a good point where it's like it makes sense for like the first couple months where the software library for like say the PS4 is not that robust, and you just want to go back
and like later on.
Yeah, just later on, it's like you won't even care anymore. Just like I don't care about PS2 games anymore. It's like I don't care. I have a PS2 that works fine, but it's like I won't plug that in until I have that urge to play PS2 games.
Yeah, I agree. It's more of a convenience where it's like I don't have to have my PS2 hooked up because I can just play PS2 games.
I never like switching between consoles because it's like now I have to go hook this up and shuffle disc around and crap. So
like a year.
That's the only issue. But after the fact, it's like it's like I'm gonna be hopefully they'll probably have like a bunch of games coming out steadily anyway, so you probably won't even notice it until because I usually delve back into like my older stuff when there's like a drought, so usually it's like, well, I know I like these games, so at least I don't have to worry about that, and then just play them then. But after that, because although this console generation has been kind of like up and down when it comes to steady releases, so I don't know how the next gen is gonna go.
Up and down for you, man. There's like stuff every week.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't just play any and everything that comes out. I don't like crap. So
I don't like.
It's not crap. It's just mediocre.
That's better. So yeah, sorry, I'm a bit more
selective.
So yeah, it's like, what new game release? Here, have my money. It's like more. So It's like, yeah, I don't do
I'm
that.
hoping with like the timing of the delays of games that have been delayed till September, GTA 5. I'm looking at you that I
There
will
is
have
no way they're
awesome
gonna.
games
Oh man.
at launch.
It's probably going to be next gen.
Do you think it's gonna be the run on some next gen version?
I think so.
'Cause
I
they
think
have-
like
they-
come E3, they'll probably be like also available for the Xbox
man.
and the PS4. So
That would be nuts. Because they haven't announced a PC version, which is really suspect. It's like, why aren't they announcing a PC version? I mean, there had to be a reason, probably. They were just waiting. They're probably just waiting for the next gen, I guess, right?
yeah,
To announce
probably.
the PC version.
Well, that's basically what Rayman did. It's like, oh, we're gonna launch exclusively on Wii U, but we looked at the numbers and we're not selling as well, so I'll just delay another 9
And
months.
then now everyone can get it.
And that is sad. The game is basically finished, and they're just being told, oh, you have to wait. What? What else are they gonna do with the game?
Kind of let it sit there and look pretty until they're ready for it.
It kind of sucks for them. It sucks for a lot of people because they were anticipating that game. That's why they bought a Wii U, was for that game, because it was exclusive. But now it's not anymore, so like, oh. I wonder if the same...
Yeah, they can feel the Final Fantasy 13 burn. How's it feel, fanboys? How's it feel?
Now they're probably gonna all hate Rayman now because it's multi-platform. It's like, oh, it's not as good as it would have been if it would have just been on the Wii U because we're fanboys and we don't like it when stuff goes multi-platform. It's like, get the hell over it, people. Just get the hell over it. So that's probably gonna not bode well for Rayman when it gets released because people are bitter and angry. I don't know. At least this way, I don't have to buy a Wii U now. More so.
Is there still Pikmin 3 to play?
Yeah.
Or can I'll just play it and I'll stream it and you could watch.
I mean, at this point, that's probably that's probably what's going to happen because that's like the only game I want for it, and I'm not going to buy a Wii U just for one game. So.
Yeah, that's the other way I can look at it. Is like I'm not buying a PS4. I'm taking my money that I would have spent on a Wii U and reinvesting it in a real next-gen experience.
Oh wait, were you really gonna buy a Wii U?
The games are there, but they're not. So, New Star Fox is the only thing that will turn the tide now. Until the next Mario games comes out, because I gotta play that. That's
yeah, that's one franchise. For some reason, they are not making any games for that franchise.
Talking about for Star Fox?
For Star Fox, for like them, first party Star Fox, like not like this Namco or who was the other developer that made Star Fox, like not those, like those are just but it's like a mainline Star Fox by Nintendo.
Yeah, because they don't care. They're still making money off of Mario, so why would they even bother? And now apparently. This year is supposed to be like the year of Luigi or some crap, so
God.
he's getting to star into a bunch of games now himself. So I guess they got tired of Mario. So it's like, well, let's go ahead and put out Luigi, so at least it looks like we're playing around with a different character, even though we don't really, kind of.
It's like, we're not going to milk Mario. We're just roll out his palette swap. Luigi, get over here.
Basically, although I guess at least with Luigi, he did like develop a personality and stuff, so it's not just, some fat jump guy.
You're right. Yeah, he's not boring as Mario. So
he actually has a personality, so at least he has that. And then so you have the new Luigi's Mansion coming out, then new Luigi Wii U or whatever the hell they're calling it, and then you have.
Wait, is that a game? Cause I didn't see the direct. Is it a game or DLC?
I saw somebody was saying it was being released as a game, so
it looks like DLC to me.
Is it?
Is it going to have a physical copy you can buy? I don't think it is. I think it's just something you download to your Wii U that you can play more levels. Just Luigi.
Different. I thought somebody said it was like a whole new game, so I don't know. Maybe I read the story wrong.
Well, it's a whole new game, but I don't think they're going to have like a physical copy you can buy from a store. I think it's just DLC that you can
download.
Yeah.
And I know they said they're also doing like a new Mario and Luigi RPG or whatever, and it's going to like focus on Luigi as well, so it's pretty much just all Luigi all the time now.
That game looked kind of, Is that the one for 3DS?
Yeah, I think so.
It was
strange with the millions of Luigis and the weird stuff going on in his dreamscape or something. It's like, alrighty, somebody's gonna have to take him off the mushrooms because Luigi is really, whew, that guy is crazy. I don't know, but yeah, he is more interesting than Mario at least. So there's that.
So it's like secretly they're making Mario 2. It's like now they're going to Luigi. So next is what, Princess.
Oh yeah, she got a game before too, didn't
Yeah,
she?
she got a game before, but it was like it was for girls. So
Wasn't like one of her abilities was to like cry or something?
Yeah.
It was like, this is gonna go over well.
Oh, she has PMS.
this game is gonna go over well in the market.
Yeah, I heard it was like pretty good though for a game.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
I heard it was a decent platformer.
Let's see.
Next,
I didn't play it, so I don't know.
next will be Toad's Adventure.
Toad is long overdue for his own game. He's always standing in the shadows. It's his time.
Like,
Shine.
what does he look like without the mushroom cap?
I'm almost sure it's part of his body, so
okay.
he take it off. I think that's how the mushroom people work. They kind of, it's part of them.
Oh.
Or he's bald.
Yeah, or he's bald. Yes, there's that. Although one has to wonder how Princess Peach can rule over a kingdom full of mushroom people when she's human.
And she's only a princess. She's not a queen. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. So where are her
Yeah,
parents?
where's the queen? Yeah.
What's going on?
Interesting.
They should have that set up for like a story for one of the games or something. It's like we need to find the actual rulers because Princess Peach is not.
Like, they had the king in Mario, right?
He's in 3. Like every castle you go to.
Yeah, the wand thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe see now I'm a gamer. I'm okay. This is completely aimless. But I'm guessing there's like some sort of like thing like the Hyrule Historia, but there's like one for like the Mushroom Kingdom where it's like the 8 kingdoms of the Mushroom Kingdom, and they're all like 8 separate worlds of like Ice World, Fire World, and like all the like separate ones in 3.
Daisy has her own kingdom too, doesn't she?
And there's different themes.
Wait, who is Daisy? Is she a cousin?
She's like Luigi's Princess Peach. The
She's
best
like,
way I can describe
she's
her.
Peach's sister.
Peach's Luigi is what that is. That's exactly what she is. Peach's Luigi. So, but she's also probably more interesting than Peach too. So,
because I never played.
Like, I'm like, yeah. Instead of getting like kidnapped, she like fights off the attacker.
She's more of a tomboy.
I never played Sunshine. Like, what is she? What does she do? Because like Princess Peach bakes cakes. So what does she?
Of course she does. Because she's a woman.
Daisy isn't in
Sunshine
gamer, unless she's at like the very
Where's
beginning.
she
Playing to get there.
She's actually, because I think she made all her debuts in like the side games, and the only one she was actually featured in or like mentioned was in one of the ones where Luigi was like important. So
I know for sure she's in the golf one on 64.
She's in all the sports ones, including the carts and.
That's interesting. Where did she come in? I don't.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Because I never played any Mario games that she was in, except for Mario Party, I think.
Yeah, I think she wasn't in any of the main ones from my understanding, except for like one, and it was one of the more recent titles after the sports ones. So I don't think she hasn't really. That's probably because she doesn't get kidnapped all the times like Princess Peach does. So that's probably why you don't see her as much. She's like, yeah, my security actually works. So yeah.
She was in Super Mario Land for the Game Boy.
Oh,
she's the princess of Sarasa Land. It's a world outside of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yes. Where Bowser is afraid to go because they fight back.
Actually, it's Daisy is the princess of Sarasa Land, a world outside of the series' usual setting of the Mushroom Kingdom, who is kidnapped by the tyrannical alien Tatanga, who intends to marry her in order to gain control of her realm. So yeah.
The hell?
It wasn't Bowser, it was Tatanga.
So wait, if he can marry her and gain control, wouldn't that technically make her like the queen of wherever she's from? Then why is she like just a princess? Is that like...
That's a good question, RPG.
Is that just how they work now?
Maybe they haven't had the royal queen ceremony or something to make her queen.
Weird. Maybe that's why Princess Peach is always getting kidnapped too. Because Bowser's trying to marry her and take over Although isn't he already?
That's why he is. That's why he is trying to take her, right?
I think so.
But that doesn't make sense if they're not the top of the thingy.
Yeah, because it's like, why would you take just the princess? Because then there's still somebody over you.
We haven't seen the queen, so we saw the king.
Yeah, but where has he been since?
And also, like, maybe the king is not the king of, like, the whole Mushroom Kingdom, but, like, just that realm in Mario 3. So it's, like, not the whole kingdom. I don't know.
I just realized, what the hell are we talking about?
I told you we were
Welcome to Aimless
having a conversation about video games. or mythos that's, like, completely not important.
Hey, somebody out there was probably thinking, it's like, you know what? They make a good point. No one ever touched on that. And it's like, well, yeah, because they don't want you to
like
think about
all the timelines in this all just are like related. Where it's like Mario, it's like, well, there's a Mushroom Kingdom. ...
Basically.
How does it work? Oh, you know, there's a princess. She's always getting kidnapped by some dude, or Bowser. So, yeah. But yeah, back on topic. You guys were saying before we started about how you're interested in seeing what it looks like, the PS4.
No.
Oh, I want to see what the actual console looks like, because, I mean, I'm curious.
And you think it's going to be large?
I think it is.
Yeah,
I think it's going
to
to be.
For
I think it's going to be huge.
Because I think it's going to get hot, especially with the stuff inside.
And the last thing they need is for a bunch of people overheating their systems like within the first week, and they're like, "So we're gonna have to replace all these," and yeah, it's not gonna be cheap. So
maybe if they could make it as big as the first fat PS3, that'll be okay. Because that thing's huge.
It's not that big.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, compared to like maybe like the Wii or something, it is, but it's not that big. Because I mean, the original Xbox was big. That was a huge console.
Yeah.
But it's like PS2's not bad. But I don't know. I guess we'll see eventually. I mean, they'll more than likely show it off at like E3 or something. Cause
yeah.
that's
by then they have to. If they don't show it, I'm gonna be worried.
Yeah, because then people might start thinking it's like maybe it's not finished yet. Maybe it's not done.
Well, that's the other thing is like
it's like if I could see the console, then I know it exists. but having not seen it, I'm kind of like, okay, they could show off these tech demos, but how do I know they're just not playing it on some naked computer thing or whatever that's going on? So it's like, how do I know this console really exists? So
well, that's what they did with the Wii U when they unveiled it. It's like everybody saw the gamepad. It was like, is this the Wii U? Because they didn't even know like it wasn't.
The Wii U console is in the far back of the picture. It's like
yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
So I would like to see it so I know it's real, not some kind of, not Sony trolling us again or something. It's like, haha, we're just kidding.
Do you think it's gonna be a slot loader or what they have right now?
It's still probably
slot loader
or whatever.
You think they're gonna go cheap and go be like slide tray?
I think they're done with that. It's not a good model, right? Cause
it's not something to have in your. Oh, look how awesome this is! And you want to buy it.
It's like, and not to mention, cause I think a lot of discs got scratched in that thing too. It's like, are you still using this? What's going on? Even though we had a loader thingy, you could just put it in there. So it's weird that they had a disc tray for 360. Lazy bastards.
Yeah, the other thing I would want more details on, this ties back into like the whole, backwards compatibility thing, is like the whole Gaikai streaming stuff. Because like I don't want it to be like a feature we spent so much time talking about, and we completely left it and never went back to it again. Because it's like, I probably said this before, I completely forgot. Cause whatever. So I already said this, but like if I can't play PS1, 2, or 3 games, it's like, at least give me the option to like link my account on my PSN and be like, oh, you have these games already taken, so we're just gonna let you stream them for free. And
you
they better. They're like, well, you gotta stream what you already own, and here's the Gaikai, and have fun with that.
It's gonna be more of, oh, you have these games, we'll give you a discount so you can rebuy them for our PS4, and you can stream them that way. It's not gonna be, here, have our free games. That's not when they can they can make money off of it. Why would they do that? Why would that make sense to you?
Because then I would be an angry consumer and I would not support their platform.
But it'll be too late. You already have a console. They won't care at that point. It's like, haha, we got you. We got you.
And then I'm also hoping that, like, as an alternative to just, like, downloading digital games, like, they let you stream them instead of just, like, oh, I'm going to download this game that takes up 26 megabytes or gigabytes or however ginormous they are.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, that's so much space and you only have so much space in your hard drive. Don't take it all up. Just stream it through Gaikai because we can totally do that now. It's awesome.
That would be interesting. My only problem is because, like, I don't really know how the whole cloud gaming and streaming works, but I'm always worried, like, if a bunch of people are streaming all at once, if it's going to, like, slow down your stream or something, so...
No, it shouldn't be the way it's implemented.
Oh, okay, because, like, I don't want to be playing, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, everybody else is doing it, so now your game is just pretty much slow to a crawl.
Yeah, I've been on Netflix before, and my movies have just all of a sudden been like, oh, we're sorry. We're having issues right now. I was like, what?
Because everyone's on Netflix. So, yeah. I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about... So wait, do we know if they are not having, like... They are going to have physical games for the PS4, though, right? It's not going to be these weird streamings and downloads and...
It's not going to be a digital-only platform.
I know there was rumors about that before, and I was like, that I can't buy this. I don't trust these systems, and if I buy something digital and they're like, haha, your console broke, so you have to rebuy everything in Nintendo, and then it's like, I don't want to take that chance. So.
That was kind of a switcheroo that they're pulling. It's like, oh, your PS3 collection that's on PSN, you won't be able to use any of those games on PS4. Sorry. So, you know. I'm just hoping I can stream them. It's like I can't. That's kind of effed up, but I'm sure I will move on when I have 8 gigabytes of RAM and a share button to share all my stuff with. So.
I do have to say I do like the idea of like the streaming or you being able to stream from your console without all the weird setups and stuff you have to go through now. So there's at least that. That's a pretty cool feature. So now you can just skip all the editing and converting and DVR recorders and craps and all that, those shenanigans. So, yeah. Nice.
Do you have any thoughts on the game streaming gamers?
Yeah, it'll be great for demos, but I won't be using it other than that.
See, it's weird because like I barely ever play demos anymore, so it doesn't really. It's not really a feature I'm looking forward to for that sake, but like everything else.
I just downloaded 4 gigs just to play God of War Ascension demo.
4 gigs?
I would rather not do that again.
Imagine, gamer, if you could stream it, and not only stream it, but as soon as you start downloading, instantly you can play the demo.
Exactly, right? Just a demo. It's like, I don't want to download 4 gigs.
That is ridiculous. That is huge.
It has all these videos inside, that's why.
Oh.
Oh, watch Vikings on History Channel.
It's like, I don't want to.
No.
Damn game. So, it's weird.
Yeah. But there's sometimes, like, I still have the NBA Elite 11 demo, because it was removed from the store. It's like, I still have it in my system. It's like, I don't want to... There's, like, sometimes, like, there could be a demo, it's like, it's so bad, they remove the game, but it's like, you still have it. It's like, oh, they can't take this away from me. So I have to leave.
Oh, man.
But yeah. Alright, that's the only thing I would use it for, is just demos. Not saying that's a bad thing, it's like, it's good. But it's like, I wouldn't be using it for any other purpose.
Yeah, because I'm still not on board with the whole even streaming games or anything, so... Only thing that it would be good for is demos, but... We don't know if there are going to be a lot of those at the launch anyway, so... Don't get too excited. And that's another thing, too. I'd like to know the launch lineup.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to... It's one of those things, like, suspiciously glossed over. It's like, here, look how pretty these games are, but we're not
Or
going to
hope
tell
they
you if
don't.
there's anything going to be available at launch. So
Or hope they don't throw out their lovely term, launch window, which means the next 3 to 6 months.
Nintendo's launch garage.
That too.
For me, they need at least one launch title that has multiplayer. Because that will keep me.
They're more than likely going to.
That'll keep me going for 2, 3, or 4 months.
Because I think there's definitely going to be a shooter at launch of some sort with
Don't
multiplayer.
say.
So it's like, I think that'll be their Call of Duty for the next gen to hold people over until they actually start doing them for the next gen consoles. So other than that, I really don't see there's going to be like a lot of, I don't know. Maybe come E3, they will have like a ridiculous launch lineup, and they'll be like, whoa, Sony, when did all this happen? Because I mean, I remember like a while ago, there have been companies talking about that they already had dev kits for next gen consoles, and they've been talking about that for like years now. So it's like, if they really have had time to play around with this stuff for a while, maybe we might get a good launch lineup or something. I mean, I wouldn't hold my breath because I don't want to die, but who knows? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not getting one at launch anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
I like how you just went on like a whole spiel about, oh, launch titles, I'd love them. And then you end it with, I'm not going to buy that launch.
Well, this is true. I've become a lot more weary of buying launch consoles at this point, because it's like, after the Wii, I've been kind of like, I don't know if I trust these consoles anymore, because I don't think I've actually bought a launch console since, and cause I didn't get my PS3 until like a year after launch, and I have one at 360, so that happened. And I just got a Vita recently, so I don't know. I'm just not I don't know. It's like you can't really trust there to be the support there anymore. So I don't want to pick up a console at launch and then it's like one game comes out and they're like, yeah, all our third parties pulling all their support, and we only have like 3 first-party games coming out in the next year and a half, so good luck with that. And at least you still have your PS3, hopefully. So, yeah.
Speaking of PS3, my other thing is like games like Watch Dogs, where it's like, this game's on PS3 and PS4. Well, obviously I know which version I'm going to buy, but the thing I'm waiting for is like more details on like, so if I'm getting a game on PS4, what exactly like is it going to be like on this compared to on PS3? Besides, oh, it has better graphics, so
yeah.
you know, that would be great.
Cause I'm also a little curious as to what the prices of games are going to be for next gen too, because I'm concerned that we might get another price hike. And
I think they're still going to be 60.
Yeah, I think Jack Trim said 60.
So. I hope
From free to play to 60 is like the range.
But they say a lot of things, and I mean, we've been lied to before.
It's like, like Tropical said before, it's like there's not really any difference on how you make the game from this gen to next gen. It's like it's just a resolution bump. It's let's say the launch titles, let's say. It's just a resolution bump. It's like it's not really, you're not doing anything extra.
But it doesn't mean that development costs they might still be more expensive or something. No, you've seen all these studios and stuff getting laid off now because stuff's getting bad. I mean, who knows that next gen it might be super expensive to do, and they're like, well, we have to charge more to make sure we can cover these costs, otherwise we can't make games. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like a super high hike, but I would not be surprised if it jumped another $10 or so. So, I'm just saying.
It's like, for me, it's like, obviously, the graphics will be better on PS4 versions of games, but it's like, beyond that, I just hope it's like optimized to where it's like, it's like across the board, everything is better. Like, the load times are better, the graphics are better, the online in the implementation is better. Like, it's not just like, oh, well, here's a port, and graphics are better, and there you go.
Well, I heard it's going to be like cross-platform play for stuff like that though, so
Yeah.
they may not.
Ooh, I'd also want that cross-platform stuff, so I don't have to like leave all my PS3 friends behind. And be like, sorry, peasants, I'm on my
PS4.
It's like maybe you guys should step your game up.
I'll be wondering, like, whether or not my friends will be transferring over.
I won't be.
Do you think you're gonna keep your same friend list, but then you're on PS4, they're on PS3? You're still able to see what they're playing, but they can't really join you in the games or something?
Well, I mean,
Or will it be a
still...
separate friend list for PS4?
I hope not. I hope because I mean, if they can do like cross-platform games and stuff, I mean, you could have a shared friend list, right? Because I mean, it's still like the PlayStation Network. It's not like
I would hope that would work,
like
and that you get like even more people, and not like, oh, we're at maxed out 100, because that is like so 1995.
Yeah. So, I hope not. Because then it's going to turn into another have and have not situations, and those are never fun. But I guess it all depends on how many people hop on it at launch anyway, so whether or not it's going to be an issue.
RPG, since it is just like a super powerful PC, you could just be like, well, I've always wanted a gaming PC, and now I don't need to buy one, or have one I need to upkeep. I can just buy a PS4.
But how it would be interesting is if they, like, games that come, or like games that were originally like PC only start getting ported over to like the PS4 just for the sake of saying it's powerful enough to do it now, but it's like, oh, because I mean they are doing it with Diablo, I guess, but that game wasn't necessarily
Crysis
PC
came over.
power highs. Oh yeah, that's true too. So maybe we'll see. But isn't that the point of the Steam box though?
Yeah.
So.
But the Steam box is a PC and not a console, or is it a console?
I thought it was a console. Is that not what it is?
It's not something you put discs in. I think it's like a PC you hook up to a TV RPG.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I mean,
but the OS is dedicated to just games.
Oh,
I hope so, God. If they make it a PC, then what's the point?
That's a good question. Is like, if the Steam box came out, would it like still PS4 and Xbox's thunder? Because it would have all the third-party games, so...
And it'll probably be a lot cheaper, too. So.
And the games would be cheaper because they're on Steam, so...
Man.
There would be a second Crash. No! Nobody bought any of the consoles because Valve came out with the Steam box, and it's all Valve's fault.
I'm still as to how much the console's going to cost, too.
What video card are they going to put in that Steam box? Because video cards right now are really... Well, the mid-tier ones are okay price, but like if you want to get the like great graphics, you're spending like $600 to $1,000.
That's expensive.
Well, you would think they could just like put out something that like runs DirectX 10 at like its most awesomeness, since like nothing even uses DirectX 11.
Oh, man, Tomb Raider next week, you're gonna have hair flying in the wind and shit. Like, oh my god, it's gonna be fantastic. That's DirectX 11 only.
I heard they were using some special hair engine for that game.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Sounds ridiculous.
Next week is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be like recording of how great the hair is and shit.
Oh wait, is it DX 11 that's on Windows 7 and it's DX 12 that's on Windows 8?
There's no 12 yet, is there?
Oh, okay. I thought there was like one that was exclusive to Windows 8 or something.
I thought it was like DirectX 11.1 or something, or
okay.
some weird term.
I thought they were gonna like stop supporting it like on Windows 7 or something weird. Cause I got outside like, oh, I don't need to buy a video card things. And
yeah, it's 11.1.
Okay, well, whatever runs like 11.1 are like the best or the most awesomeness. How much would a video card like that cost? There's no 11.1 cards out. Ooh.
There's just 11. DX 11 out. And plus 11. No, DirectX features. They're just incremental. It's like sure you can get like better lighting solutions and all that, but it's still doable in the old version. It's just that it's not as efficient. just it's more efficient in 11.1, but it's like it's still possible to do in 11. But like, yeah, to tell you the truth, I'm still worried. I'm still kind of be comparing which is better, PC or PS4 or the next Xbox. Like, I'm still gonna compare myself. Like, I still have a great PC to go run games well. Is it gonna be better or worse than a PS4? If my PC is better than a PS4, then like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's why it's like a 2-for-1 for me. It's like my computer's not better, so I can just buy a PS4 and be like, oh, I don't have to upgrade, yes, and keep on trucking.
It's gonna be interesting.
I completely forgot what we were talking about. I think it was like the cross-gen thing.
Oh yeah.
I still think there's not gonna be any like simultaneous play between the two systems. There's no way.
You mean like cross-platform? Or
yeah,
what?
cross-platform.
But I thought Destiny or Diablo 3 isn't that?
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
I'm pretty sure Watch Dogs is too, because it's launching on the PS4 the same day it's launching on the current gen console, so
This could be probably my first game I'm gonna get.
Yeah,
Watch Dogs.
it's like GTA, but kind of more awesome. I don't want to say it, but
GTA
but I'm not
with
gonna say
hacking, because basically your Ghost in the Shell game.
GTA.
So
Is it really Cyberpunk?
It's on the cusp. It's like the very, very primordial stages of Cyberpunk.
That's true.
It's like everything I do through my phone, which is like amazing technology nobody else has. So I'm like that far ahead of the curve, and nobody knows my identity. So, yeah.
Oh, except they do. You just don't know that they know that you.
Then I can hack in and switch it with somebody else. No, they don't.
Except I was never there, because they have the technology.
And I was a super cyberpunk hacker.
Hacker? I was about to say, what?
All they need to do is get the person purple hair, and they could be Motoko Kusanagi, but not because there wouldn't be a cybernetic person. But
there'll also be a lawsuit going on. So. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. There's just too many things that we don't know.
Yeah.
Concerns me, and I'm like, I don't want to. I just can't feel confident in getting a console I don't know much about, and then come time to get it, and everything's like, oh, this is not what I was expecting at all. So
yeah, E3 they're going to announce what region they're going to release it in, and the price. They have to, because from June it's only going to be like a couple months.
This holiday season cannot wait.
I hope it's.
So do you think? Oh, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
I was going to say, like, do you think when Microsoft announces their next box that they're going to give the same info or more, or less?
They're likely going to just do the same. Oh, excuse me. They're probably likely going to just do the same thing. Just the whole. It's coming out. This is what our controller looks like. Here are some of the games running on it, and wait till E3 to find out more.
That'd be like interesting if like they showed different games. Because it would be like
they'd have
like
to, because Killzone's first party. So
I'm just saying, like, as far as like the third party stuff, like they didn't show Watch Dogs, they showed something else, and they didn't show Destiny or Diablo 3. It's like just some other stuff that's next gen that you get to see. It's like, ooh, there's more stuff to get the forward to.
A few of the things they show were mostly first party. Because I mean, aside from Square Enix and Activision, it's like
Capcom showed that Deep Down.
So good. But yeah, Dark Souls 2 is coming out, so I don't care. But yeah. But I think they're mostly, because I think the reason why they're like Sony and Microsoft are doing this mostly to kind of just get the whole announcement out the way, because people are already expecting it. There's no point in you waiting until E3, taking up all this time to just talk about the console and what. It's like if you get all this stuff out the way, you could just focus on what you're launching with it, how much it's going to cost, and like kind of get people reasons why your console is the one to buy when it does come out in holiday season, because the Sony conference was long. It was not a short conference. So if they waited until E3 to do that and then had that on top of trying to convince you to buy their console with whatever their launch lineup was, it's like there's no way they would have been able to fit all that into their E3 conference. So that's more than likely why they went ahead and got it out the way early. So it's like, okay, now you know it's happening. This is what stuff looks like. So now we can just focus on the important stuff when we actually get to our gaming conference for everybody. So I think that's the reason why they're getting this stuff out the way early now. So, and part of the reason why Nintendo's been doing these Nintendo Directs is, I'm assuming, for the same purpose. So it's it lightens the load for them when E3 comes around, because now it's not like as much pressure as like, okay, we have to do all this stuff. We have to make sure all our conferences, it's informative, but at the same time it's still entertaining and interesting enough that people care. And it's like, it's too much of a juggling act. So I think these pre-E3 things are kind of like their way of taking the pressure off of themselves, so they can have better conferences instead of people just trashing them year over year, because it's like, this is not good. So
yeah, I agree. It's like it lightens the load to where it's not too much that's on their plate that they can't talk about in the set amount of time. It's like, okay, we'll do this here part before E3, and then after we've gotten that out of the way, we'll just blow the gates open and just, man, I'm so pumped on RPG. Just like you said that. It's like all the crap we don't care about out of the way, we can only just focus on the games and the price and everything.
Or the concerts in Microsoft case. It's like now they have more time for concerts.
And Skittles.
Skittles! Roll over! Hey, Skittles! I love you! So, yeah. God, I hope there's no Connect stuff this year. Seriously. Except I also, but I heard that
there might be Connect 2 stuff.
Yeah, that's it. But I heard there's like the next Xbox is supposed to be launching with a Connect type thing, so can't get my hopes up for that. There, it's gonna be more camera fun going on. Yay! Excitement is happening right now, except not, because yeah, I don't know. Seriously, I don't think I've seen anything worthwhile for the Kinect, and I don't even know if anybody's making anything worthwhile for it, because I don't think anybody cares except for just or playing to the casual market. So yeah, that's happening. So I don't know, but I don't think it matters, because I'm not buying Microsoft's console for next gen. I'm sorry, it's not happening. So yeah, I just feel like there won't be a reason for me to even have one, and I shan't. So, but I also don't want a Wii U now, so that kind of.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like after PS4 was showing, it's like my wanting of a Wii U just like that stock just crashed. I was like,
wow, because I don't know. It's like initially I was like, oh, the Wii U can probably, because like the whole I like the idea behind the Wii U, and it's like because there's the potential there, but then it just seems like it's not happening. So I'm kind of just like, I can't be excited for something that just isn't. I don't know. It just isn't doing it. I don't know. Maybe E3 will come and they'll talk about a whole bunch of crap they're releasing this holiday season to fight against the next gen, the other two companies' next gen consoles. So
it's like now that they've gotten the Year of Luigi out of the way, that you would totally not have cared about if it was at E3.
It's like, yeah, why?
They could knock your socks off with awesome things. It's like if they would have showed that at E3, they would have been so
on stage. It's like, we're done with you, Nintendo. You go back to the corner and think about what you just did.
It would not have been pretty.
I think that's part of the reason why they're doing these Nintendo Directs as well, too, so they can kind of cut the fat and be like, okay, because some of these things people aren't going to even care about, so there's no point in saving this until E3. So, yeah. So hopefully all three companies use their conferences wisely now that they've gotten all their hard stuff out the way. I mean, Nintendo actually already launched their console, so they really have gotten they at least got the head start there, so they just have to figure out a way to sell the console that they launched, because apparently it's not doing so hot, so there's that. Because I even heard that the Vita's outselling it, which is hilarious, so yeah. That can't look good for investors or developers that were developing things for it, so we'll see how that goes in the future. Good time. So I can't wait until E3, which is is that July this year or June?
June or May.
So I can crash E3, sneak in the back, like I'm here, guys. I wonder how tight security is there.
It's June 11th to the 13th.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually pretty early in June, which is good. So, yeah. I wonder we'll see how tight security is. I'll probably just run in with the people. They won't notice. They rotate their people around so much they wouldn't know I'm not on their cast thing. So, like, yeah, I just started last week. Where have you been? So, I don't know. And I'm so close now. I'm so close.
So yeah, Gamer disappeared. Oh, he's back. Are you back, Gamer?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you hear what we talked about? Or do you need a recap?
He was here the whole time. I think you heard most of it.
Do you have anything to add to that, Gamer?
No, I had to leave to help my brother do something.
Hi, Gamers. Brother.
Oh, well, basically, we were saying that, like, now that Sony has, like, this stuff out of the way, they can just, like, destroy E3 with, like, any ginormous announcement. The same thing with, like, Microsoft with their thing in April, and then Nintendo with their, like, Nintendo Directs. They can, like have the filler and, like, have all that stuff just, like, out of the way, and then be able to wow us and excite again at E3, like, has not been done in recent years, because we've all been like, oh, this stuff sucks.
Yeah.
Well, it has to be about the games. What are they gonna launch with?
Yeah,
That's gonna be their main point.
The launch lineups are going to be like crucial, especially, and I think at least the benefit that Sony or Microsoft have is, you know, they could see the Wii U's launch and kind of see how lukewarm the reception was, and they're kind of like, well, we're gonna have to do better than this, because we don't sell consoles, and we can't get the software out there and make our money. So it's gonna be an interesting battle come E3.
I'm guessing that, let's say Microsoft, I think they're going to secure Call of Duty for launch for their system.
You think they can, like, get a timed exclusive out of that?
No, not timed, but it's like Call of Duty will be launching on their system.
Because, I mean, if that's the case, it'll launch on the PS4 as well. So.
But then they're going to have this, like, oh, we have their 1 month DLC shit.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that, but they're going to do it.
I don't know. Their money doesn't seem to be carrying the weight it used to. They might not be able to secure it.
They should be, though. It's like they're getting all that money from subscriptions, and they're number one, technically. They're leading the pack in the current gen.
Guess.
We'll see. I mean, the only thing that will, like, lead me to buy their system, free Xbox Live. That's it.
That would be nice, but probably unlikely, because
if they don't announce that, I'm not going to buy their system. Unless they have some awesome exclusives.
I don't know. Like I said before, I feel like since they don't really have a reason to make it free, they probably aren't going to. Because it's like, when you're making that kind of money off of subscriptions for your online thing, it's like, why would you take that away from yourself? It's kind of just like, hey, you know, like, that free faucet of money we have running, let's just turn it off. It's gonna be all. Let's just screw our souls over. So I don't see that happening.
Someone stop filling the money pit full with money.
It's like, there's too much money, guys.
Turn the faucet off.
Make it stop.
It's over.
It's too much. It's too much. We don't need all this money.
If they make it, at least make it like, oh, if you buy a new game, you can play multiplayer for like 1 month free. That's okay.
I'm so over gold. I'm so over it.
I don't even
You still have it though, right? You still play Mass Effect on 360.
Yeah, I still have it, but when it runs out, I will not be re-upping my subscription.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because I think I just got a subscription once, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna resubscribe to this. So, yeah. I don't know. I just felt like since I could play multiplayer for free on my PS3, why would I bother paying for it on the 360? Didn't make sense. So, yeah.
Because you have friends like Yukino and Thrallmine playing on 360.
Then I just didn't play with them because I was like, well, if you don't have the PS3 version, it's not happening. Sorry. So, and I didn't really have that many multiplayer games on the 360 anyway to justify keeping a gold account. So,
yeah.
I'm trying to think if we talked about anything else before that. I can't remember this, but I think that was it.
Yeah, I'm just interested in the games. I mean, that's probably the announce along with the launch date and price, but that's all I'm interested about. And if Last Guardian is launch title, ooh.
at this
In
point,
Versus 13.
because it's like they've been in development for so long. It's like at this point they might as well just launch with the damn console.
Man, that'd be a great launch.
I don't know. I mean, that's probably why they've been keeping it under wraps for so long, too, because, like, we haven't seen anything since they announced it, like, whatever E3 that was.
There was footage in the Ico, Eco and Shadow of the Colossus collection. There was, like, a tiny bit of footage that was new.
Interesting.
But it was running at a poor frame rate.
Oh.
And that's a lot of people, what a lot of people were worried about was that it wasn't technically up to snuff.
I don't know. I feel like I think at this point it's been moved to next gen. At this point, it's come to that. I think the same thing with Versus 13. Because they did say they were working on a Final Fantasy for the next gen already, so that's likely the one that got pushed back to it. Because at this point, it's like when you've had something in development for so long, it's kind of hard for people to get excited until they actually see, like, okay, is this actually going to come out this time? Because I'm not. You can only get my hopes up so much, and then I'm done. So,
like, even if they announce a PS3 date, I don't care. Just release it for Guardian.
I think because I've seen some people saying like it has to come out like this holiday season or something, and that's it for it, or they have to, like,
it won't be relevant anymore.
Yeah.
Because PS2 still had some great titles after PS3 came out, but it was like one or two, right? It was God of War 2 and Final Fantasy 12.
Persona 4 came out during that time.
Oh yeah, you're right, and Yakuza 2, but still. That was like a couple of games.
But the PS2 had a lot.
Yeah, that's the other thing is, like, I have memories
of
of what happened when, like, after PS3 launched, and, like, how just the support for PS2 just, like, through the floor. So it's like I'm kind of, even though I said I kind of wanted more time, I'm totally ready to just...
Fair, though, the PS2 had a much stronger run than the PS3 has. So.
That's the other thing, though. It's like, it was just so much stronger, so it's like, well, why would I expect anything more from the PS3 when it hasn't been that good of a ride this gen?
Yeah. That's another thing that worries me about the next gen, too. Because I'm like, what if it only keeps getting worse? So.
Do you think third-party support for PS3 will dwindle after this year? Like, let's say Call of Duty, whatever number it is on, let's say 7, comes out for PS3 this year. Of course it's going to come out for PS3 this year, but will it come out for PS3 next year?
I think it depends on the sales numbers.
I think
it will next year.
I think for the first couple of years, you're gonna see a lot of like multi-platform or multi-generational releases, and then like probably like after like year 3 or 4, it's gonna kind of nosedive, and it's just gonna be all about it'll be the current gen at that time, and they'll just start kind of pushing this gen to the wayside kind of thing, so get people focused on the new stuff. Cause they're like, okay, we can, because I think it's going to be, because obviously they can't just drop support for these for the current gen, because it's like, well, everybody's not going to just run out and buy a next gen console as soon as they're released. So it's like,
because they could make the PS3 like $100 or something, not $100, but like 150 to make it more, you know.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. They haven't until the PS3 has like the $100 kiss of death price point, where it's just like sitting on the shelves for like nobody will buy it.
Take it. So they'll have to give them away. It's like, here, have a free PS3 with your PS4 purchase. Just take it.
And because of like what we talked about of just like anchoring people with their PSN collection on PS3, it's like as long as there's still stuff coming out for it, until they just like euthanize it, take it out back and shoot in the face, like they're not gonna. Yeah, they already took out backwards compatibility, so they have no like real hostage taking stuff to do like they did last time, where it's like, oh, well, you wanted a PS3 that had backwards compatibility, but hurry and get it before they're no more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they kind of forced my hand. I was like, son of a bitch, I have no choice but to buy it now before it's too late. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost kind of a relief that PC does not have this problem. Of devs like, oh man, we need to support the older video cards. Nope. It's either go high or no play.
Or don't get it at all.
Play at 5 frames or play at 30. That's your decision. But it's like, man, it's amazing that PC never. That's like the awesomeness of like this platform. It's like it never has these limitations at all.
I mean, I would assume constant upgrades would get expensive though. So there's still that. You'd essentially be buying a new console every time you had to upgrade like a video card or something.
Let's say a mid-range card's like what, 350 or let's say 400. You spend 400 every 3 years. Is that okay? I think it's okay with me. Like almost $125 a year.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends. But like you said, like you guys, I mean, you always have the PC support though, so it's not like you have as much an issue where it's like things are platform exclusives for things. So there's that. But you know.
Yeah. Cannot wait. E3 is gonna be, God, it really is gonna be a crazy E3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or at least it better be.
Like all these like pre-announcements before of like getting everything out of the way to just like set the table to be like, there's gonna be a Megaton. I can just feel it. Just so pumped. It's like I'm already day one, but I'm just like, I cannot wait. PS4, I cannot wait.
Especially when you consider how early they got it out the way too, because it's like E3 is still like months away. So it's like they have all this time to just build up and make sure all their developers and everything are ready to parade out on stage when it's time. It's like, all right, guys, got to get our A game going. So
I think E3 is getting closer. It's already almost March.
It is almost March.
April, May, and then June. Oof, 2 months, man. Wait, March, April, May.
It's 3.
Yeah, we're out of March, yes.
3 months and some change.
3 months, man.
Seems like just yesterday we were being disappointed by the other conferences, but now we have a whole new batch of them to go through, so... Except this time we have new consoles. So, yeah, it'll be interesting.
Alright, so I guess that's it for this week's filler episode. Hope you enjoyed it. RPG Gamer, do you have any sign-off words that you'd like to say?
Yes, don't suck. And keep gaming.
Watch me on Twitch.
Yeah, watch him on his Twitch. He enjoys twitching. I see it on his Twitter all the time.
I tried to push a 720p 60 frames feed. I couldn't do it. So it makes me wonder, can the PS4 down res? Because I could play like at half resolution at 60 frames and it looks fine. But then when I go for 720, it's like, ugh, connection no good.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to wonder. I hope that PS4 has some options.
Oh wait, am I gonna have to get a better internet connection for these consoles?
I mean, to watch, no.
Well,
But to
yeah, but I'm saying like to
upload,
stream and stuff.
yeah.
Though it's just gonna be. I'm gonna have to. Damn it.
All right. Well, before I sign off, I'd just like to say, Marvel Now, Uncanny X-Men. You need to check that book out. It's only issue 2. Issue 3 comes out next week, and it is just like going to be amazing what they've done. Just it left on the cliffhanger, and like it's going to be awesome what happens next week. I cannot wait, and I'm so pumped like to be back into the comic book fandom. It's so good. But Mass Effect 3 still awesome. Felt like a Kurgan, run like a shepherd. Never be braver than Commander Shepard. F the haters, because it's still awesome. Yeah. And Optimus Prime. I may be stuck on the outside, but I'm an artist on the inside. Until next week, or until you hear from us again, it's Aimless Podcast, and we're now signing off.